Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today the Born Pretty store sent me a couple things to review, and the first thing that I'm going to be showing you today is there's some water decals, some actual flower water decals. They're very pretty. This is the packaging they come in, and actually on the back it does give the instructions. And water decals you have to soak for probably like 30-40 seconds, and then the foil on them you have to remove and then stick them on the nail. So I'm going to be showing you, I did a set of nails on a client, so I'm just going to open up the package here so that you can see what the water decals look like. Okay, so there they are, and as you can see there's the sizes for 5 fingers, and so you can do all your fingers. If you wanted to do all of them, you could. I decided I just wanted to do a feature finger on my client when I do them, so that's what we'll be doing, and I'll show you the paper here. So there is a film on here, and that you just remove, and then you cut the size you want off, and you stick it in a little container of water, and I'll show you. This is the water container that I use, and you just stick it in there and let it soak. And when it pulls away from, there's a light film on it, when it pulls away you can stick it on the nail. So I'll get started with my client and I'll show you the design we're doing with these, and they turned out so pretty. I also have a 10% code from them, so I have it in the top right hand corner there, and I'll put it down in the description. So we'll get started, and of course I'm starting by filing my client's nails the length down and tweaking the shape a little bit with my fine sanding band. And once I get that done, I'm going to grab my medium carbide bit and I'll start removing the color and checking for any lifting. Decided to do the removal of the thumb just to show you how pretty that hollow powder still is, and with that color below, it's just very stunning looking, and it did not chip in any way, and that's what we want, of course. So now I'm taking my cuticle bit and I'm just going to remove that cuticle, because of course if you don't remove the cuticle you could have lifting. Okay, my next step is taking my fine sanding band, and another important step to remove any shine that may be on that natural nail. Now I'm taking my clear acrylic and we're going to do that as our base, and I'm going to build up the apex here as well. So once I was done and the acrylic was set, I started filing, and I'm just going to shape my nails and do some finish filing with them. And I'm also going to use my carbide bit, my fine carbide bit, just to smooth out the cuticle area. And as you can see, I didn't film it. I ended up putting white on the nail that I'm going to be putting the decal that I'm reviewing. And in the end, I didn't need the white below because the decals were full coverage. What I mean by that is sometimes you'll have a film and you'll have a clear area of the decal, but these ones are great because they were solid, so I didn't need to put the white on, but it didn't hurt anything. Anyway, so I'll finish filing here and we'll start applying some color. It's always important to buff the nail to remove scratches before you start. So I took some isopropyl alcohol and I removed the dust off the nails. Now I'm applying some gel polish and I'm applying just one layer. This only needs one layer, this nice plum color, and I'll be curing it for 30 seconds. And I'm doing 3 of the nails in this. So I'll just let you watch me do that. So now I'm going to be starting with doing the water decal, and there you see me putting it in the water, and I let it soak for, I would actually say 10 to 20 seconds is good, and then I just remove the film off, and now you're going to see me applying it to my client. And what I did was just placed it on the nail, and then you just kind of maneuver it around to where you're happy with and push it down. And once I'm happy with where I'm pushed it down, what I did is I grabbed some acetone, 100% acetone, and my cleanup brush. And that's all you do. You dip it in the acetone and start rubbing away along the edges of the cuticle until it's fully on the nail. And of course, you don't want it hanging over the cuticles or the sides of the nail. So that's where the acetone removes that. So I'll get that removed. And once I do get it removed, you just have to let that decal dry, and then I'll show you what I do next. Anyways, it applied really, really easy as you saw. It's just a matter of getting it on and pushing it down and removing the extra with acetone. And believe me, it's very easy to do. So I really like that about them. And look how pretty they are. And they complement that plum color really nice. There's some plum in the flowers, as you can see. It's very pretty. So anyways, I'll let you finish watching me do that, and I'll tell you what I do next. So I decided to show the other hand while I'm applying. So what I did again, of course, is dipped it in the water and it soaked for 10 to 20 seconds, and then I removed the film. Now I'm just placing it down on the nail and again pushing it down, and then I'm going to grab my acetone and clean up the edges. And very important with the decals, I find, is you do have to let them dry before you apply something on top of them. Okay, so now I'm going to let those decals dry. So I'm going to do this last nail in a silver glitter gel polish. So I'll do one coat, cure it for 60 seconds, and then I'll do a second coat on these nails. So now I'm applying that second coat, and again I'll cure for 60 seconds, and I am using a combination UV LED lamp. Okay, so now that those decals are dry, I'm applying a clear layer of acrylic, and I didn't film it, but I did use some Young Nails Protein Bond over top of that decal just to give it a sticky layer for that acrylic to grab hold on. So I'm going to do a clear, like I said, layer on these decals, and then once it dries, I'm going to be applying a top coat. Okay, so I'm applying a thin top coat to all the nails now, and it'll cure for 60 seconds once I get it on. So once again, I decided to use the Young Nails Protein Bond just to give that sticky layer to the nail before applying that thin top coat. Well, everybody, I really have to say those decals are beautiful. If you want a really nice feature nail, it's really easy to apply. Just love it. Thanks everybody for watching, and please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.